Hey everybody, it's your girl Bondy Blue, and I am back for another Love and Hip Hop Hollywood review, y'all. I had to remember this, which one this was, because I thought I was watching Hollywood, but they haven't been giving anything, so I wasn't too sure. Okay, before I get into my notes, I want to remind everybody to check down below in the description box where you can find my Patreon account, and you can also click join here on YouTube. That button is next to the subscribe button if you want to support your girl's channel. You can also support Black-owned businesses by checking down below for the Omiyaje link, okay? Get you some so your hair can be moisturized like mine. I seen the ladies in the Walmart today picking up cans too, and I was just like, y'all don't know. Y'all need to follow me so y'all will know, ladies, like what y'all really need to be getting, which is the Omiyaje. Okay. The episode started off with K.Michelle sitting down with Tonay. Y'all know that's supposed to be her surrogate mother, but she doesn't know how she feels because Tonay seems to think that this is going to be a family unit after this baby is born. And K.Michelle wants you to be very clear that this is not your kid, okay? You are doing a service. You are getting paid for said service. So we're going to need for you to look at this like a job, okay? K.Michelle did not appreciate her old man trying to get a record deal out of this situation. She also didn't appreciate the video she put up on YouTube explaining it with him sitting next to her as if he had something to do with it, okay? So K.Michelle is just feeling some type of way, and she feels like she's trying to find the perfect surrogate, okay? And Tonay says, well, ain't nobody gonna be perfect, K. She was like, well, damn near. I'm trying to find damn near. She was like, well, that's me. She was like, well, we'll see. We'll see. But I'm just letting you know, I'm not comfortable with this situation currently. Okay? And I feel like K.Michelle just needs to find someone else. K.Michelle meets up with Christian from Sugarland. Okay, now that she has gotten that off her chest with Tonay, she's starting her country music album. Y'all know, all right, everybody been asking for the country music album. That's because you keep talking about it, okay? You keep bringing it up. We just want to know when you're going to do it because you keep saying you're going to do it, but we ain't never seen you do it, okay? Like other things, okay? You and Tamo got a lot in common. I'm going to just go ahead and tell y'all that right now. Y'all always trying to act like y'all gotten past something, and then we find out that y'all still acting the same way as like 3 or 4 seasons ago or whatever show y'all been on, okay? So that's just my opinion. I'm sorry if you don't agree with that, but that's how I feel, okay? Birds of a feather sometimes. They may not flock. They may round because they're just alike. Christian from Sugarland and K.Michelle just start to string on the guitar and just make a song right then and there. It was beautiful. It was country. I was feeling it. The vibe was right. And the other half of this conversation was about the adversities that she may face. Christian from Sugarland seems to believe that as long as her song is good, that is all that will matter. And I said, I hope so, Christian from Sugarland. I hope so. He wants her to go to the Opry. Sounds like a place where country artists go to perform. That's what it sounded like to me. I wasn't really sure about it. Yes. The Grand Old Opry is, I guess, their swing on the Grand Old Opera House. Okay, do your thing, Nashville. Do your thing. Let's move on to April. April and Paris are in Chi-Town. Country boy nothing. All right. And they are visiting April's mom's house. And we discuss how her relationship with her mom has gotten so much better since the last time we saw her and her mom on the show. Okay, now they broke down a history for us. It seems as if April's mom dropped her off at the grandmother's house when she was about 5 or 6 years old, didn't come back till she was 11. By that time, April's already rebelling and upset about the abandonment issues, okay? But when she had her 2 kids, she realized that her mom was really doing all she could. But a lot of things weren't explained to her as a child because y'all know, people don't feel like they owe their kids no explanation about why they dropping them off by their grandmother house indefinitely. Like they feel like they don't owe no response, okay, no explanation about what's happening in their lives. I mean, I guess it would help, but either way, April was, greatly affected by that little 5 or 6 years that she went without her mom and feeling like, why is she leaving me? Why has it? I mean, I would be distraught. I would have been distraught for I don't know how long. I used to cry for like whenever my mom would drop me off by my grandmother before she went to work. Before I started school, and I was in like pre-K. That's to let you know something, okay? But when she would drop me off, I would cry every time until I fall back asleep and then wake up and grandma would give me coffee, bread and butter, and we'd watch the stories together. So I got past it, but I always cried because I never wanted her to leave me. So the idea that you left her and it really just didn't come back, I felt bad for April. I think that must be very terrible to go through, and April is trying so hard not to be that type of parent herself, and she pushed herself into losing all of that weight and get all sickly and wasn't taking care of herself because Omarion decided to leave her without notice, with the babies, and she was struggling and her mama was coming back and forth trying to help her. Mama almost lost her job, but then y'all, Jesus sent her little fizzle pop. And Lil Fizzle Pop popped into the picture and was like, get some rest. I got the kids. And I'm like, Lil Fizzle Pop, I wish that you would have handled your baby mama with that much care and consideration. They discuss April not being able to go to the B2K, Millennium Tour. And the mom is like, forget what other people say. You should just go. I said, that's bad advice. That's bad advice, Mom. Let's not do that, okay? We do not need to see April on 2 tour dates. Omarion is not going to finish out the rest of the concert. Y'all already lost Raz. Come on now. We need as many of the members as we can to be on the stage. Thank you. April goes to see Ryan at 9 Mag. Okay, Shonda, y'all know Willie Taylor wife. She is also close friends with April whenever she goes to Chi-Town. They all hook up. They all hang out. I don't know why April had the need to throw her vagina at Ryan for a tattoo, but it's all in jokes. It's all in fun, I'm sure. Like, I'm sorry, but no woman says that if she doesn't in some way mean it. And I'm just going to leave that there. Like, girl, all right? I know she be trolling us. Like, she be trolling us. Like, nobody cares if you and Ryan get into it, hun. No one cares if you guys lay down and hunch, rub cooches, whatever you might want to do. Nobody cares about that. So, either do it or don't. But don't be sitting up here trying to troll people like, oh, they gonna be like, Like, no, we was like, April, like, why are you serving your cooch up to everyone on the platter and then getting upset when people call you, hoes? You know what I'm saying? But you know what, April? It was all a joke. It was a joke. Then she and Shonda struggle through a studio session. Then they have a final dinner with all of April's people. Everyone around this table loves April. Okay, and Fizz, gets all defensive when Willie wants to know what happened, why April can't go to the concert, what's really hood with the Omarion situation. Y'all sitting up here acting like, y'all just friends, but y'all look suspect. They continue this charade that they are just friends. And Paris feels like she don't understand why she can't just keep it 100. People would probably respect it more if they weren't lying about it at every turn. And their whole little energy gives we're in love. And then April's like, I'm not saying I couldn't fall in love with him. If I was, he deserves it. Like, girl, we did not need the toned down version of this same conversation about you giving your cooch to him because he deserved it. We did not need the elementary, my dear version of this conversation so you can have it in front of your parents. But either way, after that part of the conversation and how uncomfortable that is, April says that she won't go. Okay, so she don't want nobody blaming her if B2K don't make it through the Millennium Tour. We understand, April. We appreciate you, going ahead and staying back at the house. Maybe find out what Ryan got going on that night, okay? But we get into how Lil Fizzle Pop came to the rescue. And her mom gets emotional and cries because she feels like she really was trying so hard to be there for April and to have someone help them and take some of the strain off of her as well. She was just very appreciative, very emotional and crying. And then April starts crying. No, because y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand what he was for me, okay? Like, he just really kept me to the kids. And I was, like, losing weight. And it just wasn't good for me. And, like, Omarion, like, left me to die. You know what I'm saying? That's what it sounds like she's saying. Omarion let that bitch to die. And then Lil Fizzle Pop came and swooped her right up. Okay, shoplifted the pootie. All right. And like I said, you ain't never seemed like you was this nice to Moniece. But we're going to go ahead and let that go and move on. Okay. Apple Watts. Y'all know that she got that cheap ass breast augmentation to where they tried to have her awake so that she can see which implants look best in the empty hole of her skin. Like, I was just like, man, what the like, I don't don't want mine like this. Whenever I do decide to get these titties lifted, if I do, okay, because I feel like my tits look great. I feel like they're big, but they're like hefty. Like they ain't like the flapjack variety, okay? They sitting there, okay? So I'm good for now. But like if kids drain my tits, then by all means, fill her up. Okay, like I'm not about to be out here with the wrinkle titty. I don't want to be that person. I mean, hopefully I won't have to go through that. My mom had the snapback. My mom, my sister, snapback, amazing. So I'm hoping that the genes will be consistent and I won't have some of those issues that I've seen some of the homegirls get who had babies in high school. Oh, but then I don't like to make nobody feel like they have to do that, okay? I'm just saying how I feel about how I would look, okay? Me, all right? Not you. If your titties are hanging low and you don't care and you're just throwing them over your shoulder on any old day and your nigga licks them from the bottom and you don't care, do you, okay? If you are comfortable with your deflated titty, please, okay? If you okay with the wrinkle on and the wrinkle in the stomach, do you, okay, girl? You ain't got to change for nobody. I'm talking about me. Okay, moving along, y'all. Like I said, Apple is in the bed after surgery. We really went off on a little side road with that one. But the surgery was a lot. She's in a lot of pain. Her fake sister is there to help take care of her. And then Brittany B shows up. And the way the sister was at the front door, she was like, oh, so you Brittany B. Okay, like she wasn't gonna let her in the door or something like that. That shit was funny to me. And then they go inside and we gotta talk about how they decided to remain sisters, even though they found out that the fake sister daddy wasn't really her daddy. He's just an actor who was trying to be on Love and Hip Hop, but they decided to continue their relationship because she ain't really got nobody, because she don't really get along with her mom and all her other siblings and all of that. She only gets along with one sister. I think she said her sister's name was Dominique. I could have got that wrong, but I think that, that's what her name was. And if I'm going to call her Dominique wrong, the whole video, y'all going to be all right. First, they got to talk about Lyrica and what happened at the party and how, the last thing Apple seen was them hugging it out. But Brittany says that she knew Lyrica before the fame and she used to help write for Lyrica, and now Lyrica acting like she don't know her. And it's like, I thought we had this conversation. We still here with it? Apple says that they need to work it out because they both her friends and she's always been a nice girl, talking about Lyrica. I say, no, Lyrica's scared of you. There's a difference, okay? And I think also she has a good time with Apple. Apple is the good time girl. But like I said, I also feel like, bitch, you scared. We all know Lyrica is not a fighter. Brittany says that she will try to make things right with Lyrica. Apple says that her mom and real sister called her once they saw her post online about her surgery and how much pain she was in. And she discusses how her mom wasn't really there. Her mom was on drugs. And then like a year ago, her mom said some flaw ass shit to her and she kicked her out of her apartment. And they haven't spoken to one another since. Her mom has been trying to reach out, but Apple ain't trying to hear it. Of course, Brittany understands, like, we gonna wait 11 episodes before we had Brittany sit down with her mama. Like, I feel like she's mentioning it every episode because we don't know how y'all are gonna edit this. Like, y'all working on my nerves, okay? Just have Brittany sit down with her mama so we can stop commiserating on fucked up mamas. Apple says, maybe I should deal with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to do Apple's voice today, y'all. I'm tired, okay? But Apple feels like she needs to like deal with this issue because if not, she could turn out just like her mom. And she seems to be on that road with all of the drinking and or drugging. Okay, like we're not gonna act like it's just alcohol, bitch. You be looking like you high on life in general, okay? So yeah, maybe she need to slow it down, have a conversation with her mom, have a come to Jesus moment so that she can fix some issues within herself, okay? Because like she said, we all make mistakes, and you haven't been there for your children probably the way they would want you to because you out here trying to get it, right? So Apple does have to sit down with her mom and her sister and they discuss the anger with the grandmother, okay? Apparently, the mama left them with the grandmother, and then the grandmother left Apple and her sister in the system and took care of the 3 other kids who were apparently not as much of a handful. And so she's always felt some type of way, but she's always had her sister. Her sister has always had her back. Everything that both of them have been through in their lives, they've been able to share with one another, and they don't really have that relationship with anybody else in their lives. But their mom mom, really wants to rectify the situation. She tells Apple that she loves her. She's always loved her. And she just wants to get to a better place. Forgive and forget. And Apple is like, I know my mom wants to forgive and forget. I'll forgive, but I won't be forgetting. And it's like, oh, we know, Apple. We know, girl, okay? But her mom is like tearing up and shit and crying. And she like, you crying for? I ain't even say nothing. What you crying for? Man, I'm like, oh, this what Roxanne really meant when she was like, we whore out here. Like, damn. Nigga can't have no emotion. It's your mom, son. Like, this ain't like a boyfriend-girlfriend situation. Nigga, let your mama cry. So Lyrica G, y'all. All right, Lyrica #1 out here. Yeah. Performing on that stage, giving y'all life, okay? And she is performing her new album that was produced by Zalvin, y'all. Yes, Devontae's brother. Yes, the piano player from Jodeci, also their producer and writer, okay? But I love Jodeci. So as soon as I saw Dalvin, I'm like, sorry. Sorry. Y'all, I didn't forgot the melody, the Lyrica G song. I thought I had it. I wrote it down. Talk. Say it like you mean it. Tell it to my body. Tell it to my body. And I'm sorry, y'all. I forgot the melody. All I know is when I heard her sing it, it made me want to go listen to the album, okay? Now, Brittany B shows up. And y'all, Brittany B has a very weird stalkerish energy. And I just kind of feel like I wish she would stop. Like, who cares if Lyrica likes you? Who cares if Lyrica acts as if she doesn't know you? Who cares? Okay, like, bump her. Lyrica says that Brittany B is looking for attention. The hug was so awkward. And Lyrica G was just like, oh, you look like somebody my daughter don't like. Oh, what's going on here? And then Lyrica goes straight into explaining how, well, we had our issues because she didn't like my friend Sia. And she was like, well, no, honey, actually, we had our issues before that. And she was like, well, I told you I never had an issue with you. And it's like, oh, my God, do not argue in front of Dalvin, okay? What is wrong with y'all? That is Dalvin right there. Oh my God. Like, y'all are so, oh my God. Okay, look, let Dalvin leave, please, before y'all commence to getting into it. I was not here for that. Y'all could not have been, doing that around him. But anyway, he escaped. And Brittany says that she was just checking on her because she heard about the Summer Bunny situation. And this is when Lyrica G pipes up because she like, oh yeah, that winter Summer Bunny whole hopping on penises and all of this. And I'm just like, oh my God. When your mama start going in on the bitch, Lord have mercy. Y'all, Pam was in the audience too, okay? Pam was out there feeling a beat too. Apparently she wasn't even invited, but she still came through because they got to make it right because they the grandmamas, okay? They the grandmamas and they children not about to be together, so we know we're going to have to be passing this kid on one another. We're going to have to get along. So Pam walks up to her, y'all. Pam had the crinkles and stuff with the real blonde, white lady blonde highlights in it. And then the eye make... The way she draw everything on her face is, I wish somebody would soften her up during the season because her confessional look was beautiful. I was like, all right, Miss Pam, you look so good in that confessional, girl. But on camera, oh my God, the roughness. Like, then she looked like she can't breathe when she walks sometimes. Like her stomach just about to bust. Like she just finished eating buku food on set. This whole time they've been taping. I'm happy that they went away to have a drink. Okay, now we can get into the bullshit of it all. So, Brittany and Lyrica discussed Zell being on Instagram Live with the Summer Bunny bitch, okay? And just in time for that, Zell shows up. He sees Brittany B. He's upset about that. He don't like her. He don't like the way she handled Paris. And Brittany B. feels like she was not talking to Zell. She was talking to Paris. And he just needs to mind his business. They are not in middle school. Don't nobody need you capping for them. And then he's like, just like you see Lyrica and A1, that's how me and Paris are. That's my wife. That's like my wife. And Brittany B is like, oh, I didn't know you were straight. When did that happen? And he was like, don't worry about it. You not my type. I'm like, oh, Lord, child. We don't know what your type is. We don't want to be it. Listen. I'm scared. Type of nigga leave teeth marks in the puss. No, thank you. No, thank you. Out of my ass. I'm not here with that. Okay? But they start to go back and forth. And Brittany B says that he was on live, though. You know, it's like throw something on him to throw the attention off of you. And Lyrica was like, you know, yeah, I need an explanation for that. Before she can even really get that out of her mouth, he was like, yeah, I was. And what? Anybody who got a problem with it can suck my... I was like... Oh, no, thank you. No, thank you. Okay, I do not need for my throat to be... I don't need that. Thank you, though. I'm trying to make sure this video is monetized. Don't have time. She calls him a comedian and a clown, and then she leaves. And, you know, she had this tight-ass skirt on and a big old butt. So he was like, oh, your booty look like it stank. And I'm just like, yeah, and your breath look like it stank. Like, the fuck? Like, whatever, nigga. Anyway, so Lyrica says that she can never really be friends with Brittany B. So, oh well. And then she bust out laughing when he made that comment. And that's what I'm talking about with Lyrica. You're going to sit up there and have this conversation and act like y'all cool and tell her about what you're going through in your life. And then you're going to, you know, laugh at her behind her back. You ain't really shit at all, Lyrica. Like, let's just be very clear. I could totally see why somebody wouldn't like you. I could totally see why somebody would perceive you as fake. I think that you are. I'm just saying, that's the realization of the situation. But either way, Zell explains what happened. He says Mr. Ray was asking him to style Summer Bunny and her nostrils. And he decided to get on live just to get her side of the story before he decided what he was going to do. I think it was something along that lines. I kind of was going in and out. So forgive me if I'm a little bit off kilter with this particular storyline, because I really couldn't care, you know, not even a little bit more. I couldn't possibly. But either way, you know, they make up. And she says that she's going through a separation. He's like, oh my God, no. Y'all are like the, you know, the power couple. And it's like, ain't nobody looking up to them. Ain't nobody looking up to them as couple goals. Go to bed with that. Don't lie to her about that, okay? So later on, Lyrica gets a DM from the friend of a girl who A1 met on a plane and had sex with her that same day, okay? And this was the day before, okay? So we're filming, this happened yesterday, and they already in the DMs letting her know that her man didn't have sex with a girl that he just met on a commercial flight. And I just don't understand, A1, at this point. What's happening with you? What's wrong with you? So Lyrica says, come to find out, he was actually hiding the messages that the girl had been sending her, which is why her friend started sending messages, okay? So I'm like, oh, this is big messy. So now she's moving out, and Lyrica G gets to the house. Lyrica, what's going on here, baby? Lyrica, you know what I'm saying? Acting all scared. Like, girl, what you running up the stairs like something was actually happening to her? They were moving everything out, okay? She said, I found, you know, this DM. She explains the situation to her mom. Her mom said, let's get out of here. Because he is not to be trusted. This is a toxic situation, and nothing he does surprises me, okay? So it's time to go. So they pack up all the stuff and take the baby, and they out of there. A1 gets home and realizes that all of his shit is gone. And he says he had been taking meetings all day when he got a notification. He opened up the app and boom, it's Lyrica and a bunch of movers. And he tries to call her like 1,000,000 times, but she not answering the phone. Y'all know he be hopping out his shoes and shit, okay? So he calls Ray J to come over because Ray J has been through this before. Maybe he can help, okay? Ray J comes in and he's like, oh, cuz this was full the last time I came here. A1 like, yeah, man, she left. She took everything. He said, what you do, cuz? What you do? And he said, man, look, I ain't do nothing. But, you know, I talked to her and she was like some girl that I was on a plane with. And I talked to the girl. He was like, did you smash? And he was like, nah, I didn't smash. I'm like, you smashed, son. Like, get out of here. Ray J says, my wife has left me and went to her mama's house and said she never wanted to see me again. I suggest you keep your dick in your pants. I'm like, we all suggest that. He doesn't listen. A1 says, I mean, she could leave if the marriage is over, it's over. But her taking my son? Come on now. And, you know, Ray J is like, oh, we got to find your son, cuz. I'm like he out here missing in the streets or something like that. He with his mama, okay? The baby is with his mama, all right? The baby gonna be all right. Maybe y'all can talk about this later. But if Lyrica want to have her baby, A1, please stop acting like somebody kidnapped your baby. Please calm down. And Ray J, don't incite him with this foolishness. Then they hear something downstairs. Sound like somebody was in the garage and they start to walk downstairs and then the episode went off. So I was like, well, all right, well, I guess we'll find out what you're inspired next week. They not giving the way I wanted them to, and I really hope that things pick up because we got how many more episodes of this? Like, we got a few more episodes of this show, so I'm really gonna need for them to pick this up a little bit, okay? Lord have mercy. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed my review of it. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one.